Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dhanwad.
Friends, to you all dear devotees. This today's continuation, right? Just continuation of what happened to Vallabha Bhaṭṭa and Gadadhara Pandita. So it's more of completion of what we have been reading pastime with Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. Bhagavan's pastime with Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. Sripada Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. Vallabha Bhaṭṭa, I guess it's more of continuation of yesterday. So Vallabha Bhaṭṭa, he had a choice. Vallabha Bhaṭṭa, he actually came to Jagannātha Purī to speak what he wrote, to speak to Caitanya Mahāprabhu and to the associates of Caitanya Mahāprabhu. Basically, he came to Jagannātha Purī to speak what he wrote. That's why he came. That's why he was persistent. He wanted to speak, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't let that happen. He didn't want it to hear. And if he didn't want it to hear, why would the associates want to hear? Why would anybody want to hear? There is a reason why he didn't want to hear. So naturally, that's why he could not accomplish his goal. Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. So he continued, persisted, and we heard how his opinion about the people changed, right? Including Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his opinion on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, like that. So the thing is, Vallabha Bhaṭṭa, he came with this intention to speak, to prove. That's what he did when he was in Prayaga. All he did was that, speak, prove, get the applaud. And then he thought he'll come to Jagannath Puri also, speak, prove, get the applaud. But it's not the same place. And there Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Jagannath Puri. Just so similar to what we do in Bhakti. We only have taste of how it feels when somebody applauds. We only have that taste. And we think the taste is very good. So we want to continue to have that taste. That is before Bhakti. After coming into Bhakti also, we look for the same taste. And we think, oh, Bhakti is about Bhagavan. But so, yes, about Bhagavan, but still I want my taste. So do something for Bhagavan and get the taste you want. Oh, how wonderful are you doing? Huh? How wonderful are you? How wonderful you are doing. That taste. When somebody says that, this feels good. That also, in Bhakti also. Bhagavan hai, lekin I want this taste. When everybody applauds, I like this taste. As long as I can get this taste in Bhakti, it is all about Bhagavan, then I can continue Bhakti. Because I like this taste. And if there is a little commits me, oh, it is not happening, this applaud, go around, look for it. Like that. So more than Bhagavan, the taste, but that is why generally in Bhakti, especially when it's not just newcomers, it's not about newcomers, Bhakti. I was going to say for the newcomers in Bhakti, that's why they encourage and say, you're doing wonderful, keep it going. That technique is not just for the newcomers. Whoever has that kind of mentality, That is childlike mentality. Children cannot go further without their encouragement. They're so much dependent on encouragement. So it's that kind of dependence on encouragement is the childlike mentality. So as long as that is there, and if somebody has to be in bhakti, they can go on in bhakti only as long as they can get encouragement, applaud, and wherever they can get encouragement and applaud. And if that comes down, everything about bhakti comes. The opinion about bhakti, the opinion about the bhaktas, the opinion about everything, it just changes, like it changed to Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. So when this is happening to us in bhakti, we are the whole life, our best friend was mind. Oh, this feels good. You give me, yes. And we continue to give that to the mind. I like this taste of applaud. You continue to give me. So we've been serving the mind. We've been giving whatever this mind wants. We want to taste this, okay, taste this. So in this way, one becomes very jiggery with the mind. So when the mind says, yes, this is good, you can continue here, I like it. I feel like continuing this, and yes, I like it. That bhakti based on the mind, correct? Anything based on the mind, the tattva is sankalpa, vikalpa. It's only a matter of vikalpa. There can be sankalpa, but there will be vikalpa. Only a matter of time. Either some change from outside and again some change from inside. Whatever, if anything changes, if any of the conditions change, then there will be vikalpa. Even if the conditions don't change, there will be vikalpa. Because bhakti performed on the platform of mind is like that. This is tattva. On what platform am I performing bhakti? On what is this emotion that is coming out of me? Which mode does this belong to? Is it just a sentimental? It's coming from the mind? Is it sankalpa, vikalpa? So having the knowledge of modes is also part of tattva. Tattva means reality. Starts with knowledge of modes. That's why it is so important, imperative to practice bhakti, especially with this knowledge of modes in the beginning. Our condition is like, we are hearing so much about Bhagavan Nama, but we are too disturbed that it is not sinking in, it's not getting in. Because the modes are so prominent and we just get swayed away by these modes. Passionate modes especially. Swayed away by passion and sink with ignorance. This is our condition. So our bhakti is happening, but it's happening in this zone. Big waves, swayed away by passion, sinking by ignorance. So our doing is happening in this platform. Our thinking is also happening in this platform. Our decision making is also happening in this platform. On the platform of sankalpa, vikalpa, swayed by passion, sinking by ignorance. So as long as this is happening inside, then this sankalpa, vikalpa is happening inside. Because of some thinking that some change will happen inside by changing outside. Yes, there are That is also done. The devotees, it depends upon why they have come in for bhakti. If that's what they came for into bhakti, that I want to feel good, I can only go on if there is encouragement. So if that's what they have come for, then their bhakti will last only as long as that is there. This place, this institution, that institution. Sometimes people change the institution because they didn't get the recognition in this institution. And if they go to a different institution, they get the recognition. It's about the recognition for them, not institution or Bhagavan. That's the kind of bhakti they want. Okay. Ye yada mam prapadyante tam sadaiva bhajamyaham. So we should be very clear. Why did I come into bhakti? What do I need? What is my need? What do I need? Accordingly, you will prefer. Fine. You know the frog. When the frog is in the well, the frog thinks, wow, I am the biggest creature here, and I am the king of this place. The frog thinks like that because frog has seen only well. And maybe there are other frogs there, but small frogs than the frog. And this frog really likes that feeling. Wow, yes. जीना है तो ऐसा जीना है. Feel like a king. I want to, yes, I want to feel, this feel is good, I want to live here. Someday, this frog in the well was picked up with a bucket of water that a person is drawing from well, and somehow this frog made its way from that water to the river to the ocean. And then frog ocean ko dekhta hai. Then it doesn't even know what that is. कि ये water है या क्या? I know the water in the well is water, but what is this here? Ocean. It doesn't even know. Can't recognize. And then frog cannot see itself big in front of that huge ocean. So the frog thinks, it just feels insecure. Oh my goodness, what is this? I am all in that well. I felt very secured. Even though this is water, and that is water, I want to go back to the well. I felt very secure there, and जीना है तो ऐसा जीना है, and there were a few frogs there, and I was the big frog there. But here I came, and no frog seen, only the big animals seen. So the frog thinks like that. So bhakti is like that. We can never be perfect or complete in bhakti. What bhakti can we perform? Our bhakti is like this frog bhakti. Bhagavan is huge. Bhakti. We haven't even tasted what Sattva Bhakti means. What to speak of unconditional, pure Bhakti. We haven't tasted it. Not even Sattva Bhakti. If we have tasted Sattva Bhakti, we would not want the taste of a Lord. Because there is that taste in Sattva is higher taste. You do not want applaud because you do not want duality. When there is an applaud, the applaud will stop someday. But you don't want your bhakti to stop. So when we start to feel like that, then we know, oh, yes, that's when I'm advancing in bhakti. Yes, that is advancement in bhakti. I do not want to succumb to the duality. Applaud goes on only to stop. I don't want my bhakti to stop like that. I don't want my bhakti to be stopped even if there is criticism and stones on me. So what kind of bhakti do you want? That we should be clear. So that's why the tattva about the modes. swaying with the passion, sinking within the mind. Then we should understand all our understanding about bhakti is on that level. Our decision making is on that level. Our discrimination is also on that level. We tend to say good and bad, put the label and judging based on what we know. Duality. Whatever discrimination is based on the swaying and sinking that is happening within us. Some defective hota hai na? Yeah. So here, rest of the journey depends upon the desire of the jiva. The whole bhakti depends on the desire of the jiva. So even though the jiva is going through this swaying and sinking in bhakti, when the jiva, Paramatma makes the arrangements, and when we hear this kind of tattva, reality about this bhakti, yeah, the bhakti in aparadha and abhasa. So this is the tattva, bhakti, aparadha, bhakti, not even abhasa. This is bhakti aparadha totally. In bhakti abhasa, there is no misery. There is no duality. That is sattva bhakti. What happens in bhakti when we are feeling pain in bhakti, some misery in bhakti, and that it means we are in bhakti aparadha. That's all. So, in an attempt to get rid of the misery from within, as we do anything outside, we try to change the things. But we have to understand, my misery is because of my bhakti aparadha. Unless I come to bhakti abhasa, this misery will not go away. That is the understanding we should hear, number one. Number two, how big is your desire? How strong is your desire? That you will continue to persist. You will continue to be in bhakti until the cleansing happens. The cleansing will have to happen in bhakti. Bhakti abhasa is not ordinary. What to speak of pure bhakti? It means the cleansing means I do not want this duality. The applaud will be there to stop. And my bhakti, I don't want my bhakti to stop there. I don't want anything to be stopping like that. So when that desire is there, I want to go on. So that desire, utsaha, nischaya, dhairya, I want to go on in this bhakti. And what is our indicator here? I want to go on bhakti. How do I know I am advancing? Our indicator is not how the people around me are. My indicator is not how the people around me is treating me. That is not my indicator. Wrong scale. My indicator is what is it that I am going within? What is it that is coming from within me? Am I sincere and do I want to continue? This is the indicator inside based on the knowledge, the tattva, and what is my sincere? What exactly am I looking for in bhakti here? What is my need here? These 2 points. What is my need inside and what is the jnana pertaining to that? These 2 things. Nothing external, zero, nothing external. If something is dependent on the external, it is going to stop when the externals change. The family may be, wonderfully devotional family. The congregation may be wonderfully devotional congregation, everything. But our bhakti should go on even when we have to go far from the family and live somewhere else for the job. Our bhakti has to go on when we go far from the congregation and live somewhere else. Am I heading in that direction? Is that what I want? Or do I just want to be like in the frog in the well? Okay, this feels good. Jina hai to aise jina hai. This is a feel good bhakti. I want to go back to the well. So like that. So yeah, this is bhakti that is passing through the notes. So knowledge is needed And one will sustain in this bhakti based on their desire. That's all. Everybody get this knowledge. Yeah. Somehow Krishna arranges. But further sustenance will have depend upon what actually are you looking for in bhakti. That will be, is the desire still there? So for Vallabha Bhaṭṭa, he came for this. He came to prove himself. So, but he did not go back. He already tasted what it is like to prove himself, to get the applause. That's what he tasted anyway in Varanasi the whole time. So he did not go back. He knows what the taste means. But for Vallabha Bhaṭṭa, evidently that is not what he is looking for in bhakti. Otherwise, he would have just gone back. He continued to stay there. Despite the chastisement of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, continued to stay there. Means he's really looking for something bigger. Not bigger, but something deeper, something substantial than what he already tasted. That's what qualified him. He sustained. Though from his side, it wasn't pleasant to him at all. He felt insulted, he felt hurt, all that was happening. Still, he continued to this point where the bubble has to break and he realized, whoa, what was I doing? So what Vallabha Bhaṭṭa was doing is initially, he was trying to prove himself that, but it has come to a point that he was upset with Mahaprabhu that he's not letting him prove himself. Not only upset, but found fault with him. Okay. And Mahaprabhu, all this, Mahaprabhu did not really say much. He was just tolerating because it was only a disrespect to him. But it has come to the point of not only disrespecting, but questioning him of how do you think you can say Hare Krishna? When Krishna is like Pati, his wife should be respecting. So how is it that you are right? And you are propagating this. I was questioning. Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. So, and Mahaprabhu's answer was, we heard, right? So, Vallabha Bhaṭṭa thought, chastity means to humbly follow the husband. Humbly respect the husband. That's all the understanding of chastity means for Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. When he heard higher explanation that chastity means do what husband likes, even if it looks like it's a disrespectful thing, because this is what husband likes. This is a superior principle. That's why Vallabha Bhaṭṭa could not say a thing. And then he realized, wait a minute, there is something bigger, something more that is happening here, like that. And but the next thing is commentary. When he said, he wrote a commentary, Vallabha Bhaṭṭa, that is superior to the commentary of the Acharya in the Sampradaya. This was it. Caitanya Mahaprabhu had to say, this is a work of a prostitute. You are talking about chastity of a wife to respect the husband. What you're doing is a work of a prostitute. He really had to say that because the audacity of, again, the Alma pronounced to Shripada Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. I just have to explain the past time. About in the past times, these are all associates of Mahaprabhu. But the audacity was not just proving his point, but it has come to disrespect, fault of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, disrespect. It did not stop there, but question him. Not just that. So now it has gone to the previous Acharya, who is a predecessor, and he thinks that he's better than his predecessor. That is the heights. So now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had to bring to his attention, wow, who do you think you are? What do you think your work is? You think you are better than your predecessor, Acharya? Uh, so in this way, it was very clear to Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. Okay, so this was the route I was taking. He could see. But he could see it. The boil could burst only because he continued to stay. And then now he's free of disease. So that was his choice. Vallabha Bhaṭṭa's choice to stay there because his need was something more than the applaud. And that's how the very auspicious thing happened, that the disease, he got rid of the disease. And after that, he became the Acharya, Vallabhacharya of the Sampradaya. Because with the disease, one cannot be effulgent. One has to be free of the disease and he can be effulgent. So finally, Vallabha Bhaṭṭa is also effulgent after he got rid of the disease and then took shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then yes, he became effulgent and he became the Acharya. All this was possible only because Vallabha Bhaṭṭa chose to stay despite what he was feeling, insulted, etc. And clearly, he chose to stay because he wanted to get something, whatever that something is for him, but not going back to where he was and continuing the same thing again. Prove, applaud. So, Bhagavan has arranged, since he's staying, okay, let for any one of us, it can be Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. This may be the pastime and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But Tattva remains the same for any Jiva. Reality, Tattva remains the same. Which mode am I in? What mode causes the misery? Where should the change happen to get rid of the misery? How will what my content for anyone? So that does not change. Okay, so yes, I think that this might be explaining more 360 degrees about Purnita Mataji. Thank you for that question yesterday. And that's why all this discussion was opened up, especially bringing the modes in here. Thank you. And so what we have heard so far is about Vallabha Bhaṭṭa, how he continued to stay there. And for that reason, he persisted to stay there, endure it, and not just come out of the situation, come to Varanasi and continue. So his persistence, Utsaha, Nishchaya, Dhairya, that was his qualification. That was his reason that he could get the mercy there. If he did not do that, then he would have returned to Prayag and continued to stay as Firefly. If that's what he wanted, Firefly, then he would have been that. But because the disease has gone out and he became Dainya. That's how we know the disease has gone. The Dainya in the heart. When the disease is gone, then automatically disease, how we know the disease is gone? There is Dainya in the heart, and automatically when there is Dainya, then they would say, Sharanam, Anyada Sharanam na asti, Tvameva Sharanam mama. That's what he did, Vallabha Bhaṭṭa. So in this way, he became effulgent, brilliant like a sun, because of his Utsaha, Nishchaya, Dhairya, and Dainya. within, not to prove ourselves in bhakti, utsaha, enthusiasm, go on, do to a point where everybody can recognize you. No. All this utsaha, nishchaya, dhairya is to bring this dainya within us. So that we have heard about Vallabha Bhaṭṭa and bhakti in different stages. Bhakti in sinking, swaying modes. And doing will be like that. Their thinking will be like that. Their emotions will be like that. And their perception will be like that. The decision making also will be like that. The judgment will go on. And the labels will change. And the bhakti goes on like this. This is bhakti aparadha. And bhakti aparadha only, not even bhakti abhasa. If this is what the jiva is looking for, so be it. Go on with the bhakti aparadha. But if the jiva is looking for bhakti abhasa, then there has to be change from within, where her bhakti is not dependent on the duality. That is bhakti abhasa. What to speak of pure devotion, huh? At least when our bhakti is heading towards sattva, heading towards bhakti abhasa, so whatever we are hearing about pure devotion, we will be able to hear better, understanding it will be better. That will all go on a different platform. So it is our responsibility. If we want to stay in bhakti, it's totally up to us. Is my bhakti heading towards sattva? Sattva is not all in all. That's not the goal. But for me to know if I'm heading towards Bhagavan, if my bhakti is heading right, there has to be indicators of sattva. Am I heading that way? First of all, do I want to head that way? Then you head that way. Then you will get it. If you don't want to head that way, that's fine too. You get what you want. It will stay for however long it is. It's just based on, dependent on the desire. That's all. It feels like, Caitanya Charitamrita is so sweet, pure devotion. There are so many mellows. But what can we do? We are able to relate to this. So that's why the time has gone for this today. But Sripada Vallabha Bhaṭṭa ki jai. Gauranga Mahāprabhu ki jai. Yes, Mataji. That's all. Annapayani Mataji and Purnata Radha Mataji. Thank you for the question yesterday. All the questions, answers, all the answers related to this question, are they okay, Mataji? Is there anything else that is not touched? And any one of you, dear devotees?
Thank you, Mataji, for sharing today also.
Thank you.
More on that question.
Yeah. Thank you for placing that question.
Because it is the devotees, their behavior, their silence, their words, all that motivates us. And of course, being into Krishna consciousness, I know I'm not going to leave it, but all these factors either act as a catalyst, or they also, at the back of the mind, they might always pop up, why?
Yeah. That is very good, Mataji. Aisa hona hai. Why? We should be knowing. That's how we can know. Only when we have this question of why, then we will get to know the tattva. So this is good. That's why your question is very, very much appreciated.
Thank you, Mataji. Really appreciate your time, efforts, and sharing so much of your wisdom and knowledge and experience with us every day. Thank you, Mataji.
I am grateful to be in the seva, Mataji. Thank you. Thank you to you all. Yes, thank you. If nothing else from anybody, then Annapayani Mataji, you may go ahead and ask.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hari.
Please accept my obeisances, Mataji.
My regards to you, Mataji.
I don't know if you'll have time today, Mataji, but at some point maybe briefly, if you could also explain, it was nice how you told, like bhakti, how when it is either bhakti aparada and how to move towards bhakti abhasa and shuddha bhakti and identify it. I was wondering if you could just explain a little bit more how the modes work, how the jiva, which is completely need not be influenced by the modes, is separate from it, but identifies with the modes, and how that, um, and my understanding has always been because we identify so much with the mind, and the mind comes under the influence of the modes, whereas the jiva is, superior in nature. In tattva, the jiva is of the same quality as Ishvara tattva, but somehow comes under the influence of Prakriti and is unable to separate from the Prakriti and acts under the influence. So I was wondering, Mataji, if you could give a little more detail, how this thing happens. I think somewhere it will become a little more clearer in our day-to-day life, Mataji.
And the question, if the question has to be placed again, what's the question, Mataji?
The question is, how the modes function, how the jiva comes under the influence of the modes, and how the jiva can not be influenced by the modes and not identify with the modes.
Yeah, the answer is simple. Kardama Muni, Mother Devavati asks the same question to Kardama Muni. I am under the influence of modes. Answer to mil gaya. Okay. For us, influence of modes, otherwise I will not feel the misery. How to come out of it? Then Kardama Muni, Devavati, Kapila Muni. Prasangamajaram pashamatmana kavayo vidum. Sayeva sadhu sukruto varamapaptam. So, Jiva, for our understanding, more of practical application and understanding, we see that we are very much attached to the mind, to the modes, and not to Bhagavan at all. So that is there. Attachment to the mind is there because of the influence of false ego. And how to come off it? There is only one thing. Prasangam ajaram pasham. This attachment to this mind, to this intelligence, basically this attachment is I and my. Under the influence of I and my, this mind is a faculty. Intelligence is a faculty. They are like empty rooms. Mind is an empty room. Intelligence is an empty room. This I and my is like a smoke. So in these empty rooms, if the smoke sit, then the rooms are filled of smoke. That is all. In that state, when the bhakti goes on, then that is bhakti in modes. I don't know. I mean, free zone.
You're audible, Mataji. You're audible. You're audible.
Right. I will finish the statement then. So that's how it is. The problem is with the smoke of I and my. And the faculties of mental faculties, intellectual faculties are corrupted because of I and my. The problem is there. We generally tend to explain this, don't be attached to the mind, because we think we are mind so much like that. So that's why we tend to explain that. But the problem is this I and my. It's very difficult to come out of this I and my. Jiva cannot come out of it. That's the answer to the second question. Then how can this happen? Saeva sadhu sukruto mokshadvaram apavritam. Unless there is attachment to a sadhu, this attachment of I and my, this conception of I and my will not go away, period. Single standard answer throughout the Shastra. Our attachment, this is the attachment of the soul, meant for Krishna. How can that attachment go away? It has to be directed to Krishna. Sadhu is the one that directs this attachment to Krishna. So unless I'm attached to sadhu, all my attachment to it will not be directed to Bhagavan. Thus, my liberation will not happen unless I get attached to sadhu. So, This detachment from the modes happens only with the attachment of sadhu, 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 and sadhu.
Yes, Mataji. Got it.
Yeah. So that's why no matter what, Gurudev is saying something, they know us. This is, if I want purification, I should go nowhere. This is the place. Purification. From I and my, there is only one person that can purify. There's only one person that can replace that ahamkara. That is Guru. There is no other door, no other way. So just stay there, stay there, stay there. There is a reason why these things are happening with Guru. He is doing it for a purpose. Nityanandara, Haladara. Hala is there for a purpose. Like that. So that's the only way to get out of it, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
That's all. Yes. I will go for the shloka, Mataji now.
Hare Krishna. Thanks, Mataji.
Yeah, thank you. That is the platform. But we should understand. Guru means the Guru Tattva. And Guru who is engaging us in bhakti in Tattva. That is Sadhu Guru. Stay there. And because the Sadhu Guru knows us, not only knows Tattva, engaging, knows well, is doing is doing this the best interest of us. So this is the combination where we have to see if our and attachment to this I and my should go away. Yeah, that completes the whole thing. Yes, thank you, Mataji.
Yes,
Thank you all.
Thanks.
Form because this particular person was so good to me in that situation. This is all sentimental. Guru Tattva is this. He is giving Bhagwan to me in Tattva. He is engaging me in the Seva in Tattva. He is illuminating me from within in Tattva. And I feel it. So, even if it is a passion or ignorance, yes, I feel it. And when the application, when the diagnosis is made and when an instruction is given and when I implement the instruction, then I feel the change. I see the change. So in this way, when the bhakti journey is happening in light of this tattva with Guru, it means the condition here is tattva with Guru. Then one who knows tattva, of course, not just tattva, there is premi bhakta. We are looking for prema also, the prema in the heart, those two. And the third one is this particular personality should know me well to see what problem do I have, diagnose my disease. For that, so knowing me, that's the third point. And these three things have to be satisfied. When we say stay with Guru, means tattva with Guru, who has tattva and prema in the heart, and also knows us and engaging us in bhakti and seva in tattva. This is stay with tattva with Guru. Yes, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Perfect. Got it. Thank you. I'm glad it was recorded.
Yes. And how do we know this is right? Everything that is explained in Bhagavad Gita, everything will come to our experience. That's how we know, oh yes, I am with tattva with Guru. This is the shloka there and the process. This is the process I'm going through. And this shloka says, oh, this is how you feel you are in sattva. Everything feels illuminated from within. And this is how I feel. And in the pure devotion, they say, oh, once you come to Dainya, this is how you feel in the heart. And I'm starting to feel this. Pratyakshaavagamam dharmyam is the evidence that we are doing bhakti in light of tattva with Guru. This is what I meant. This is what it means, stay with Guru, not with a sentimental stay.
Correct.
Yeah?
Yes,
Thank
Mataji.
you. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
the question. Thank you. Thank you all. Yes, Mataji. Yeah.